Hey, welcome back. I'm Erin with Astrology. A lot going on in the world, and I've kind of been waiting for things to transpire since the major full moon in Leo, nearly at 27 degrees of Leo, which is on Donald Trump's ascendant and is squaring Joe Biden's sun at 27 degrees of Scorpio, which is now the South Node, and also squaring off Donald Trump's midheaven. He should probably be handling this this war because he has his rising sign at 29 degrees of Leo, which is historically a time of war. And this is squaring Joe's sun in the 12th house of endings. And could be some hidden dealings with Ukraine. Yes, as I'm making this story, I get an alert on my phone that people are calling for Biden to resign because he is too weak to handle this war. And his Mars is retrograde in the 4th house of Cancer, which is a very weak Mars, which rules war, the warrior, in the house of Cancer, which is the United States. But Trump.
China is threatening Taiwan. Iran is on the cusp of a nuclear bomb. Russia may take over Ukraine. And Joe Biden's weakness and incompetence is creating a very real risk.
Though this is on Joe's North Node, 29 degrees, it is part of his destiny, but he appears to be very weak with that Mars retrograde in Cancer at this time of war. And though Trump has Mars in Aries, which would prove him to be a much stronger leader, a much stronger warrior, and clearly a better negotiator.
Because Putin knows if I am president of the United States, his days of tyranny and trying to intimidate the United States and those in Eastern Europe are over. I'm going to stand up to him. He's a bully, just like the president. And I know he...
But this is part of Joe's destiny. The last full moon was squaring Joe's natal Pluto. Fascinating as well about all of this, that there are over 2,000 minor asteroids. Right now, there are 6 asteroids at play here. Minor asteroids. One is called America, one is called Crimea, one is called Biden, one is called Ukrainia, and one is called Vladimir. Ukrainia, the minor asteroid, is on Putin's midheaven. It is affecting, or his destiny. It is part of his purpose in life. Crimea is on his Chiron, which is part of his childhood wound. When Crimea was separated, this goes back to an ancestral wound of Vladimir Putin's. So this is all part of the destinies and the part of fortune also for Putin, Biden, and Donald Trump as well. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out. I am making a full video. Go over to my YouTube channel, please, to check it out, where I explain this all in further detail. It is all written in the stars. It is all part of God's great plan. And we are certainly in a very transformative time with the United States Pluto return, a 250, 60 year cycle of great transformation. So check out the full length video on my YouTube channel at Mother Mary Astrology. Thank you. Squaring the nodes of fate and of destiny. the North and South Node, which have just switched over since January into Taurus and Scorpio. So I knew that this full moon was near Donald Trump's rising sign at 29 degrees Leo. The full moon was about 28 degrees, 27, 28 degrees of Leo. I also knew that it was squaring his midheaven, which is his career, his purpose and destiny. And I knew that it was also squaring Joe Biden's sun at 27 degrees of Scorpio, which has just become the South Node. And it is in the 12th house of endings. So I thought that might play out in a very important way, because this was such a powerful full moon, squaring those nodes of destiny and fate. Also, while we're also moving into America's Pluto return, which is a 248-year cycle that we have never experienced before as a country, because we are a younger country. This is our first Pluto return. Pluto is the destroyer. It's called that because it destroys what is necessary and what is needed to be destroyed in order to birth something new, to transform. It can mean, and has meant for other empires and other countries, a destruction and a rebirth, a transformation of power. Pluto represents power. So we're going through, and not only are we at the very important axis of the Scorpio Taurus North and South nodes changing, we're also going through a very transformative Pluto return for the United States of America. I was thinking back to the 2020 elections of Biden and Trump, and at that time there was a full moon, and it I believe was in Taurus, was squaring Joe's natal Pluto. And now we have Pluto playing a big role. Let's see. Pluto is affecting Putin as well. I'm trying to remember where. The Pluto return means that we are going back to when the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. We'll be transiting to the same degree at 27 degrees of Capricorn, which, like I said, is a major revolution, major upheaval, major change and transformation. Pluto, let's see, also exposes the dark, hidden underbelly of things, of corruption, and we can already see that that's been happening since Pluto and Saturn were together in Capricorn, been exposing the dark side of our government and the underhanded dealings that have been happening. So we should expect more of that to be exposed. Biden has certainly had some underhanded dealings with Ukraine. And so that should be interesting to see how that all unfolds. So what I found incredibly interesting, which I was led to another astrologer I'd never seen before, never heard of. And I found her video on the minor asteroids that are at play here in this, at this time, right now, currently, that are affecting these world leaders, Biden, Putin, and Trump. And it's an incredible insight. Her name, I want to give her credit, is Lothian at the Lunatic Astrology. And she did an amazing video here on YouTube about the minor asteroids. And she found that there are 6 asteroids, minor asteroids, that are affecting us right now, and especially our world leaders that are on the scene right now. There's actually a minor asteroid called Ukrainia, which is on Putin's mid-heaven. It's his destiny, his house of career, his purpose is obviously, since he was born, his destiny was tied to the Ukraine. Also, there is a minor asteroid called Crimea. Believe it or not, this is incredible. There are over 2,000 minor asteroids, but Lothian found that these minor asteroids are, well, conjunct, it's on, literally on Putin's midheaven, Ukrainia. The minor asteroid of Crimea is on Putin's Chiron. This is an ancestral wound that Putin has carried with him, maybe from a past life, or it's an ancient connection to Ukraine. It's a ancestral wound that he carries with him, because his heart is still for, he wants Crimea. He wants, it's a neighboring country. It's really part of his country. It's a Russian country, and he wants it back, right? So there is also, believe it or not, a minor asteroid called Vladimir. Unbelievable. Now, in 1991, Crimea, the Ukraine, was split up in kind of a hasty, sloppily way, and Vladimir Lenin is annexed Crimea. So we have 2 Vladimirs involved here, and there's a minor asteroid called Vladimir. Another minor asteroid that will blow your mind is called Bida, or Biden. It's actually at 13 degrees of Cancer, which is the United States sun sign. It's on 13 degrees of Cancer. So Biden is the ruler right now, right? So makes perfect sense, which just blew my mind that these minor asteroids are actually named after these leaders. So this full moon was squaring Joe Biden's sun at 27 degrees Scorpio, which is now the South Node, in, like I said, the 12th house of endings. So this, being that it's in the South Node, it's in the house of death, Scorpio. It's in the house of hidden secrets, hidden dealings. It's squaring his sun. And then Pluto, like I said back in 2020, was squaring his natal Pluto. So we have this connection again with Pluto, Joe's sun, and the 2020 elections, Joe's moon. So what else did I want to share with you? I thought that was just incredible. I did not know a whole lot about the minor asteroids, and it's incredibly fascinating. And Lothian, I highly recommend checking her page out. She's an incredible astrologer, and I've got a lot to learn from her. So, what else? Obviously, this is affecting all 3 of these leaders and their destinies. Now, with it being on 29 degrees of Leo, being on Trump's rising sign, it is Trump's rising sign, and Joe is squaring Joe's sun in the Scorpio, in the 12th house, the house of endings, like I said, just makes me wonder, with Pluto dealing with America right now, Pluto can mean the fall of an emperor or king. Will this be the fall of Joe Biden, and will it be the rising again of Donald Trump? I think this is incredibly interesting. This is an incredibly karmic time, an incredible cycle we're about to go through, and powerful transformation, powerful, possibly a powerful, well, it's a power play by all three of these world leaders. And will be incredibly interesting to find out who will emerge as the winner, the next king, the next empire to rise or to